Excellencies, dear participants, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this intersessional meeting on ways to enhance the participation of indigenous peoples in the work of the Human Rights Council. I am also very pleased to welcome the two co-facilitators I have appointed for this meeting, Her Excellency, Mrs. Amanda Gorley, Permanent Representative of Australia, who will serve as state co-facilitators, and Mr. Binota Moidamai, who will serve as indigenous co-facilitator. In addition, I would like to acknowledge and thank the permanent representative of Canada, who will serve, Mrs. Leslie, who will serve as state co-facilitator for the second international meeting on this issue to be held in October. I am confident that this process is in his very good hands going forward. The Council is coming together today for this intersessional meeting, the first of two mandated by Resolution 54/12, in order to allow states, relevant United Nations agencies, funds and programs, international organizations, indigenous peoples from the 7 indigenous sociocultural regions, national human rights institutions and civil society organizations, all of them, to hold a dialogue on concrete ways to enhance the participation of indigenous peoples in the work of the Human Rights Council. I would like to welcome all stakeholders and emphasize the Council's commitment to taking this process forward. In particular, a very warm greeting to all indigenous peoples present today from the 7 sociocultural regions. Over the next 2 days, we will be discussing the crucial issue of accreditations of indigenous peoples to the Human Rights Council, and I look forward to the outcome of these important discussions. I encourage member states and indigenous peoples to work constructively and to seek creative but practical solutions to this issue for the Council's consideration. I hope that this intersessional meeting will set a positive tone for the second intersessional meeting scheduled to take place on 17 and 18 October 2024, and for the continuation of this process as the Council seeks to enhance indigenous peoples' participation in its work. Let us not forget that this enhanced participation is not only for the benefit of indigenous peoples, but also so that the Council can tap into the knowledge and experience of indigenous peoples as it seeks to address some of humanity's most pressing problems. Following the conclusion of these 2 intersessional meetings, the co-facilitators, together with the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, will prepare a joint report on the discussions and outcomes of the meetings, which will be presented to the Human Rights Council at its 59th session in June 2025. I look forward to the concrete recommendations that will be included in that report as a step forward in this long and much overdue process of enhancing the participation of indigenous peoples in the Human Rights Council. I wish you all a very fruitful discussions and a positive outcome to this meeting, and I now have the honor to hand the chairing of this meeting to Ambassador Amanda Gorley and to you, Mr. Binota Moidamai, as co-facilitators of our meeting. You have the floor.